Right now, we are just going to extend the app a little bit more and complete it, okay, based on our initial plan. All right, so the title of the whole app is Text to Speech with Accelerometer Sensor. All right, so the text to speech part has already been done. Now the last part is to add in the functionality of the accelerometer sensor. Okay, now most of our Android phones have a wide array of sensors. Okay, some have more, some have less. All right, and if you go to the left hand side panel, okay, at the sensors tab here, you can see that it has a lot of sensors here. Again, just be careful that not all of these sensors may be available in all Android phones. All right, the more advanced phones will definitely have more. All right, so we have to be careful. Okay, so if you're going to create an app that relies on a particular sensor, try to choose a sensor that you know is a very common sensor that is available in majority of the phones. Okay, and one such sensor is the accelerometer sensor. All right, almost all Android phones definitely have this sensor in them. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to drag this sensor and you're going to put it onto our screen here. As you can see, similar to the text to speech component, this is also a non-visible component. Okay, we are going to be using this functionality, but we're not going to see it on the screen. All right, so it appears over here, and once you add it to the screen, of course, it also appears under the components. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on accelerometer sensor here, and we're going to rename it, and I'm going to call it the TTM accelerometer sensor. All right, so once that is done, okay, there's nothing else to do over here in terms of the designer view. We're going to go over to the blocks view, and in the blocks view, what I'm going to do is, okay, if I scroll down, you can see that the TTM accelerometer sensor has also been added here under the screen one. When I click on this, you will see all the functions associated with the sensor. All right, and what I want to do is I want to detect that somebody is trying to actually shake the phone. All right, and that is actually given to us very easily as a function over here. All right, so I'm going to drag out this function and I'm going to put it here. All right, now what do I want to do when the accelerometer senses that somebody is shaking the phone? I also want to call the text to speech block. Okay, call the text to speech converter here, so call the speak. Okay, and I want it to, in this case, speak a particular message only. Okay, and that message here I'm going to put an empty text box. So these are things that we have done earlier, so I'm just going to say stop it. All right, so you can see that you can use the component multiple times in your program. Okay, you do not need to confine yourself to using it only once. You can use it multiple times, okay, depending on how you are writing or the application, okay, or what is the intention of the application. So right now what you have is, you can see that there are two events that will trigger the text to speech. One is pressing the button, the other is when the sensor is actually detecting that somebody is shaking the phone. Okay, right now what I'm going to do is over here, okay, I'm going to click on the text here and I'm going to say uh, hello, how are you, and I'm going to click on the hit me button.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, so it says hello, how are you.
Hello, how are you?
All right, and now I'm just going to shake the phone a bit.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Okay, so you can see that when I'm shaking the phone, of course you can't see it on the screen, but when I'm shaking the phone, this text to speech block is also being called and is speaking a fixed message called stop it. And when I click
Hello,
on the
how are
button,
you?
it says hello, how are you.
Hello, how are you? Stop it. Hello, how are you?
All right, so that is basically the end of this app. All right, that is what I wanted to make sure you sort of understood. So this app is basically an introductory app to make sure you have a full clear view of how to use the app inventor platform, how to do the connection, all right, and some basic user interface blocks that you can use to build up your app. All right, so of course you're free to experiment and extend it some more. Look out for my next few videos where I'm going to be teaching you a lot more apps, okay, which cover a lot of new concepts that you will need, okay, to build a really good and functional app, okay, for yourself or for your community or for your customers. All right, so thank you so much. I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.